Yo,
Got
every
it.
Wednesday
Got
night,
it.
you better tune in tight at 7 p.m. CST. We bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody, the Bear fan, talking all that talk. Three Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a winning attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday night edition of Halas Hall Report. Of course, I'm Ken the Bear fan, and with me, as always, is another man with no opinion, Woody. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yeah, see? You're on the Eastern time. I got you.
I'm so used to doing the morning show intro, that I get caught up once in a while.
This is the show that counts. That morning show is just for, boring people.
This is the show that counts. It's weird. I hate these long breaks because we don't have a game from last week to talk about.
Sucks.
We don't play until Monday night.
That sucks. Sunday show, we're talking and we're like, fuck, dude, we don't play till tomorrow night now. So,
I mean, the cool thing is
it's an extra long bye week, though. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, the only cool thing is like last weekend, I get to watch Red Zone for Sunday and kind of just relax and enjoy that. Maybe do a space on X like I did last week. I did a football space on X. That was kind of fun. But yeah, I wish we'd be playing Sunday. It's a revenge game against the Commanders on national television. They love to put the Bears and the Commanders in that. You know what? I think this is in the last 4 years. Or no, in the last 3 years. This is the third game in a row that's been on national television.
Yeah, I remember that 2 years ago. Remember that Thursday night game? We won 15-13, which was the most boringest Bears game I ever watched.
That was the week that Dick Butkus had died.
Yep.
He had passed away, and we played that Thursday night football. And then we played last year. The game I went to got time swapped to be the game of or Sunday night football or game of the week, and now we got Monday night football. So they love this matchup of the Bears and the Redskins for national television. And I saw the ESPN picks, and of course, they all took the Commanders except for Adam Rank. I mean, we get no. When it comes to the national sports media, the Bears will never get any respect. I don't care if we're 15-0, they will still find a way to give us no respect.
Yeah. Well, we'd be resting our starters, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that this morning on the morning show is that nobody's given, the line is 4.5 favorites, of course, by Washington. Um, and no respect at all after the bye week. I don't know if they're, with the Debo signing, blah blah blah. Yeah, no respect at all, and I just want to go out and prove them wrong.
And then even if we and look at and then after we win on Monday night, they'll come up with excuses why the Bears won and why it doesn't improve their ranking or this, that, or the other. There'll always be something. I mean, it's just now look, coming into week 6, we do have some guys coming back.
Yep.
Kyle Gordon will play against the Commanders, so he's making his season debut. So happy about that. Colston Loveland will be returning to the lineup. But the Bears will do not have to release an injury report until tomorrow.
Right.
But we do know that Loveland's coming back and that Spider-Man's going to be back in the lineup. I would assume Grady Jarrett's going to be back in the lineup too.
And Austin Booker.
Well, then there's that. That's the other news. The Bears, they designated to return from the IR Austin Booker and Travis Homer. What does that mean? That doesn't mean they're off the IR. It means they're in their practice window for the next 21 days. If they are not activated in the next 21 days, they go back to the IR. That's what that means. I think they'll activate Booker. But Homer, I don't think they're going to activate him. I think.
I'm just. I think he's done. I mean, Roshan's taking a spot unless they want to, get him involved in the running attack. I can't see them using on special teams and rushing. I think, Swift has got to get it up, and Managi, he's been filling in pretty good. So I don't see Homer dressing up at all.
No, I mean, and they've only got 6 activations left. Once after Booker, they'll have 5. They're going to want to save at least 1 for JJ. That gives them 4 for the rest of the year to move guys back and forth. So yeah, I don't see Homer coming off the IR. I mean, look great thing for Travis Homer. He's getting paid for the year. I mean, look,
I'd rather be paid and playing.
I mean, look at the guy's going to make his 1.2 or 1.3 mil, not play at all this year, just practice. I mean, before he goes off to find another career, because who knows if anyone will actually sign him if he gets released from the Bears this year. I mean, look, if you're going to go out the door, at least go out with $1 million paycheck. So I mean,
not with the Bobby Bonilla contract, but yeah, he'll do good.
Bobby, the best contract in sports history, the Bobby Bonilla contract.
Christ. And he has another 11 years left on that.
Speaking of baseball, the Cubs are up 4-3, top of the 8th, bases loaded, 2 outs for Milwaukee.
Yankees are at 1-1, top of the 4th.
The Cubs are going to give me a heart attack today.
I know football is on, but the Devils are on tomorrow, game 1.
Blackhawks played last night, lost to the defending Stanley Cup champs 3-2. I don't know what to expect out of the Blackhawks this year. I'm going to try to catch more games than I did last year. It's hard with me living down here. Like, catching Bears games is easy. They're every Sunday. Hockey schedule is a little more, shall we say, not predictable or consistent. It's not like every Wednesday the Hawks play. So I tend to miss more games than I catch. So I need to do a better job of catching Blackhawks games.
Yeah, well, I don't watch too many Devils games, but I try to get as much as I can.
All right, Cubs got out of it. Woo! Struck out the final hitter there. So now we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs up 4-3.
Jody says I'm full of shit, but that's all right.
Don't watch many games.
No.
You are so full.
Whatever. Anyway,
this is why you don't do the show where Jody can hear you.
But yeah, I mean, for Bears to win this game, it's at Washington, nighttime. Fans are nuts there. Our offensive line better be on its P's and Q's because Washington's defensive line is not shabby at all. Plus, you have Bobby Wagner at linebacker. And on defense, with our rush offense, all they have to do is, get Debo in there. He can run. He can do anything he wants. And that's two big things we got to show up on Monday night.
Yeah, the Bears definitely have work to do. I mean, both teams are there with the cat. Both teams are better than they were last year. At the same time, the Bears. Hold on a second. Thank you. The Bears run defense and run offense are worse, it seems. But you remember though, last year coming into that game, the Bears run offense wasn't that good at that point. They had been early in the year. We really struggled, and as the year went on, the run got better. The run offense got better. Swift busted a 45-yarder on them last year, so they could get right. I mean, I don't know how good really Washington is on the run. Hampton had a pretty decent game against them a couple weeks ago. But yeah, our run. I mean, but look at though, man. I think our run defense is better just with having Gordon back, and if Gordon's back, if Garrett's back, I think that already.
And we don't know about Edwards either.
No, but if Edwards comes back, I think that then the run defense gets better. I like not to take anything away from Sewell because he's been playing really good ball, but he hasn't been great on the run, or he hasn't helped the run defense as much as Edwards does.
No, because Edwards led the team in tackles the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So they weren't all pass coverages.
Now, here's the question, though. Do you think because maybe of how Sewell has played, it makes Edmonds more expendable at the end of the year?
Yes, absolutely. And they both playing great. I mean, Sewell came out of the woodworks because when we drafted him, he was not doing anything.
No,
and
he was
ever
injured.
since, ever since training camp, I was like, this is training camp. You know how like we all are. These are training camps. We blood 2s and 3s. But he's been covering pretty good, except for the, Aaron Jones long pass on him. I think he's been doing pretty good in coverage and tackling.
Isn't it funny though? Like under Eberflus, his first 2 years, he was injured, and when he wasn't injured, Eberflus never played him. Now you get Allen. All of a sudden, he's not injured, and he's an integral part of the defense so far.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I wonder if that's more of an indictment on Eberflus than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because like, was Sewell really that hurt, or was it just that Eberflus didn't like him?
We really don't know.
Well, I know, but I mean, isn't it kind of funny how his first 2 years, when he was under Eberflus's defense, he was hurt, and then even when he wasn't hurt, he was a healthy scratch, or they wouldn't play him at all. We didn't see him hardly at all the first 2 years. Now, all of a sudden, Eberflus is gone. Allen is the OC, the DC, and, okay, granted, Edwards hurt, but he's a starter over Hippolyte, who was the guy when we drafted said, it's going to be Hippolyte. No, it was Sewell, and he's played really well.
Yep. And they said Hippolyte was the surprise at training camp. So, again, we don't know. We're not down there. We're not in the locker room. We can only give our, opinion and stuff like that. But it's a good point. I mean, Edwards is hurt. Now, if Edwards wasn't hurt, that's a different story. Sewell wouldn't be playing again. But yeah, I mean, and Eberflus, our boy Sanborn's hurt. So I don't know what's going on with his injury. So hopefully everything's okay with him. But yeah, I can't say if Eberflus didn't like him or what.
It's just kind of weird that Sewell also, and now he makes Edmonds kind of, look at it. If there's a contract that we could clear, his would be it. Because that's the most money we can save with minimizing dead cap. Because I don't think they're going to get rid of Swift because the savings you'd have to pay to get a running back in, you might as well keep Swift. And Swift's not the problem. I don't think Swift's a problem with the running game. It's the offensive line is more the problem. I know we talked about that Sunday, and there are some Bears fans who really, really want the Bears to trade for Alvin Kamara. And I get that. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a name we all know. You know, he can run. He's never had a 1,000-yard season, though, but he's good out of the backfield. But so is Swift. But they'll say, yeah, but he's better out of the backfield. But is he better out of the backfield that we're willing to pay $18 million for his contract next year? And I honestly don't think the answer to that is yes. And I don't think he'd really solve anything for this year because the offensive line isn't doing well in run protection. We're ranked like 27th in run protection right now.
I mean, we can't.
Pass protection.
Right. 19th overall.
Is that where we are? 19?
19th, yeah. Yeah, why get rid of Swift? Draft somebody, get rid of Swift so we have Managai, Roshan Johnson, whatever happens to him, and a new draft pick.
Well, next year is Roshan's last year of his rookie deal. Yep. Next year is also Swift's last year of his deal, if I remember correctly. I'll pull that up. I think it's his last year.
Maybe 26.
Let me see. DeAndre Swift. 27 is his last year.
27.
Next year his cap hit is $9 million, and then it's 8.8 and 26. But if you cut him, no. Next year is his last year. Yeah, next year is his last year. And if you cut him,
this year's 25, 26, correct?
This year his contract, his cap number is 9.3. Next year it's 8.8. But if we cut him pre-June 1st, let me see. I don't think he's one of those contracts where, pre and post June 1st doesn't make a difference. If we were to cut him at the end of the year, 1.3 million in dead, 7.5 in cap savings.
Mm-hmm.
So, but once again, I think the only way you cut DeAndre Swift at the end of the year, and he'll be 27, he's 26 this year, would be that if you can find for about $7.5 to $8 million a running back who's an upgrade from Swift, right? That's what you would have to do. And Kamara costs $18 million. Is he really a big enough upgrade to pay an extra $10 million over what we're going to pay Swift next year?
The only player I would get, not Kamara, but A-Chain from Dolphins. He's a dude. He's a hell of a running back, man.
Let's see what his contract situation is looking like.
This should be his last year too, or they're looking to trade him.
Yeah, let me see what Achan. Where is he at? Wow, he must be pretty cheap because his contract is not coming. Or is he on injured reserve? Is he on injured reserve right now?
He played last week.
How cheap is his contract then? I'm not finding.
Well, his rookie contract, isn't he?
Yeah, but still, I should have found him.
It's funny why you look that up. It's funny how these teams can trade these players in their rookie contract. It's nuts. You know, Eagles did it last year with Dotson. I'm seeing it more and more now. Back then, you would play your whole rookie contract, doesn't matter how sucky you are. So if anybody's watching, have any questions, feel free to send some questions over or to say hi. So I don't know if anything's going on with the comment section, but we ain't have nobody yet.
X is a little weird. Why am I not finding Achan for the Dolphins here? Let me refresh this.
Yeah, that's the only running back I would get. I mean, Dallas needs a running back. I mean, I know they got Javonte Williams, but he's not going to be their star at all.
Has 1 year left on his contract for next year, and his cap number is 1.7. This is only this is his third season in the league. I don't know. I mean,
he's the only running back I would take a chance on out there. I mean, Bigsby got traded to Jacksonville to the Sheagles. ETN, I would like to. He's a good runner, hard runner.
Yeah, but they're not going to get rid of him in Jacksonville. The only thing I don't like about Etienne is he's got some injury. He's had some injury issues.
Right. And there's a lot of teams out there looking for a running back. Like I said, Dallas, Javonte Williams is not going to be the total answer. Arizona, I'm surprised Arizona don't go out and get nobody. Connor out or he's on IR. Yeah, there's some teams out there that need running backs right now.
I think like for next year in the draft, our first or second round pick will probably be spent on a running back. That's just what I'm thinking, because we still are going to need to draft trenches. Don't get me wrong. Maybe an edge rusher. But I think if we re-sign all the safeties, well, let's just go to the first 3 rounds. The first 3 rounds are probably looking in no particular order at a running back, a cornerback, and some either offensive or defensive, or probably most likely defensive line, like an edge.
Ken, we're winning the Super Bowl, so we're going to be picking all the way down 32nd. I thought I'd lighten the mood up a little bit, make everybody laugh.
It's always possible. It's always possible.
But I'm too of a realist that I believe that right now.
Hey, if we get into the playoffs, it's possible, right? Because that's a whole new kit and caboodle. But I mean, I don't think that Swift's a problem though with the running game. I mean, I know we talked about it. We had some disagreement when Mike was here, when Bear fan Mike was here. 2 outs for the Cubs now, top of the ninth. I don't think he's the problem, because the offensive line has not done a good job of making holes. They have not been able to get to seal the edge for him. The offensive line and the tight ends need to do a better job at creating holes and push. Because when I watch the Bears, when it's a running play, it seems like that offensive line is getting no push forward. They're getting pushed right back into it. And there we go. Cubs win. There's your final 4-3 Chicago. So Milwaukee leads the series 2-1. Game 4 tomorrow night. TBD, depending on the Phillies and Dodgers game tonight. If that series closes out, then they're going to switch the game time for the Cubs. But I think the Cubs are on late tomorrow.
I'll be a happy guy if they get swept.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think that's the problem in Chicago. It's not the running backs. And I think Monangai is actually going to pan out to be a pretty good running back for a 7th round pick. And
the other thing is too, Ken, is that these, believe it or not, this is how I'm looking at it. These pre-snap penalties, like 1st and 10, most of the time, 80% is probably running. Well, if you go back to 1st and 15, you're taking that running play out. Most probably, you're going to pass the ball. So these pre-snap penalties on the offensive line or cadences from Caleb Williams everything's got to come together. That could be a big part of it too.
Week 4, how many pre-snap penalties? We just had the 2 from Komet, right?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
I think it was just Komet with 2, and that's so not like Cole Komet, because he's usually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that he had 2 in one game was something else. From week 1 though to week 4, it's been night and day. I will say that. Week 1 was horrendous. Week 2, obviously I was on the cruise ship, so I only saw highlights, but I heard, you guys talking about it after the fact, and it was still an issue. Week 3, they cleaned it up even more. There was 1 penalty, and then last week week 4 we had 2. So they cleaned it up.
We had a total of 8 penalties, but that doesn't tell you if it's offense, defense. But I do remember Komet is the one with the 2 pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone else. I think wasn't there a hold. I think we had a holding, and then some defensive penalties. Look, that was against Max Crosby, and that was the best game the Raiders have played all year, by the way. Because Raiders really made us look bad getting blown out last weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, he's a different kind of freak. He's a freak. So
let me ask this question, Woody. I mean, okay, well, first off, Cincinnati made a trade,
Yep.
and they brought in the old man from the
Mhm.
Browns, which that's interesting too, that the Browns made a trade with Cincinnati. So within the division, within the state, within the rivalry, that's like the Bears and the Packers making an in-season trade for a starting quarterback. That's how big that trade kind of is in that idea.
Right.
But dude, now that Cincy has a veteran quarterback, because obviously Burrow's gone,
hmm
does that change them at all in terms of being sellers at the trade deadline? Do you think?
For a quarterback, yeah, but they need a lot. I mean, their defense is horrendous.
I mean,
Um,
do we think that maybe is Trey Hendrickson maybe not going to get traded now at the trade deadline?
that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I see Hendrickson staying there. Now if Flacco comes out and totally takes a shit, that maybe. But if Flacco if they come out and beat Green Bay,
Which would be
I think, yeah, which would be the first time ever a quarterback beating
the same
team on
team
two different
twice
teams.
with two different teams. Yeah.
Right. I don't see them trading Hendrickson. I really don't.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if Flacco, they do beat, let's say for week 6, they beat Green Bay, they drop game week 7, they drop week 8, they trade Hendrickson to the Bears, and then we beat the Packers twice. And then he would have beaten the Packers at least twice with two different teams in the same season, like his former teammate from that year. I mean, just look at, if you want to go crazy NFL things that could happen. I don't know,
Wow.
do you think the Bears would make a trade for Trey Hendrickson if he was available, though? I guess that's the bigger question.
The question on top of that is, can they take care of his money and give him a full extension contract that he wants, the Bears?
Well, and here's the thing with Trey Hendrickson. So this year, his cap number is 25 mil, right? Now he's 31. He's still playing pretty good this year. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if they, 25, let's say 25 mil. I mean, if we look at the cap as it is today for next year, no, the Bears don't have it. The Bears can't do anything really. I mean, if we're looking at next year's cap, we have 2.8 million positive cap next year. But that's only with 39 on the active roster. Now we've got 8 million in cap this year. We do get to carry some of that over. I don't think we get to carry it all over. So that would help if we do nothing. So we could have somewhere around 8 to 10 million in cap based off of that. And you figure, okay, we got to sign the entire safety room.
Mm-hmm.
So the question becomes, how much money does Brisker get? He's making $4 million this year. Well, his cap number's $4 million this year. How much? And then you look at, Kevin Byard's making $8.5 million this year. This is cap number, right? And then you look at who else we got in there. The other guys are going to be like $1 million, right over $1 million. Jonathan Owens is 1.9 million this year. And where's our other one?
Hicks
is at 1.1 million. But you're gonna have to give those guys raises. So, you figure that's more than the 10 million we carry over. We'll get 20 million new cap. So you're using probably almost 15 mil just to sign your safeties back, at least.
Right. And if you were Poles, Warren, whatever, and it's next year, do you think Brisker, you would pay him top dollar even though he's relaxing because of his injury probably last year? He seems like he's playing it safe.
I don't know.
So far.
Yeah, I don't know how much you get. We only have 39 on the active roster for next year too, so we got to sign
15,
14 guys. 14 guys.
14 guys. Yeah.
14. But yeah, 10. The safety room plus 10. You know what, with Brisker, I mean, obviously his numbers are going to matter. I don't know if he's not a 20 mil a year guy. He's not going to get like a JJ contract, but I could see him getting like a small raise, like 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see him getting like 10 million a year. He's at 8.5 on a cap hit this year. I could see him getting 10 mil if he's playing well, which he is playing pretty decently. I mean, he hasn't given up anything like we're going, oh God. I mean, he's been he's been good. The biggest difference I've noticed, he doesn't hit as hard,
Yeah.
but
I would too.
his coverage has been good. He
Right.
hasn't really missed tackles. He is
No.
tackling. I can't think off the top of my head of any real egregious tackles he's missed. If anyone that's watching, put it in the comments if you think he has, but off the top of my head. Hey, good evening, Snoop, coming in from X.
Snoop
Yeah,
Von Poop, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Brisker's missed any tackles. Like, he's been pretty good. So he'll probably get a small pay raise. Like I said, his cap number is 8 mil this year. So his cap number next year will probably be about 10 mil. I think that would make sense.
Come on now.
Yeah, Brisker's base salary. I'm sorry, he's not that much, not 10 mil. Brisker's base is 3.4. His cap is 4 mil. So, like, I could see them giving 5 mil for next year, with maybe incentives that brings it closer to 6 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Bayer too, man. He's playing off the hook this year.
Bayer this year, his base is 5.8. He had a 1.5 mil prorated signing bonus. He's got roster bonuses totaling over $1 million and a $100,000 workout bonus. I could see him at 8.5 cap hit next year, or maybe 9 or 9.5, like a small raise. I don't think he's going to break the piggy bank. But he's not going to get 12 mil or something like that.
Yeah, he's playing good.
So, but like I said, we said if you get rid of Edmonds, right? If you get rid of Edmonds, you're saving 15 mil in cap.
So what would they do with Edmonds to reconstruct him? Make him longer, or put some of his money into a signing bonus?
You could, if you do, Nick. Well, you could. Let me see if you restructure. Is he eligible for restructure? He's not eligible for restructure next year. They'd have to restructure him this year, and you'd only save $6 million.
Okay.
And that's probably, it's roster bonus or stuff like that. So they cannot restructure next year. Now, if you give him an extension next year, you can save $10 million in extension. So what that means, you save $15 million. Okay, if you cut him post June 1st, it's the same as pre June 1st for him. So if we cut him at the end of the year, we take $2.4 million in dead cap, and we save $15 million in cap. So I could see the Bears possibly doing that with Edmonds. He could become a cap casualty. I mean, play wise, I think he might deserve to stay, but he might become a cap casualty. And he's the most obvious one.
Yep, Komet's the other.
And then Komet's after that, and then Swift after that, and then after that, you really don't have anyone. Then our hands are a little tied when we look at the 26 roster.
Yep.
The hands get a little tied there with guys we could possibly cut and save good money on. And even with Cole Kmet, you're taking 3.2 in dead cap to save $8 million and saving 8.4. So, but we got guys who are uncuttable next year because we would go negative cap if we did. Montez Sweat's cuttable. You can cut him. If you cut him post June 1st, you take $14 million in dead, but you gain 11. And I don't know how Bears fans would feel about that, considering how not great he's been playing. That was Zambrano threw out the first pitch in Chicago today, and go figure, it was a wild pitch. That's hilarious.
Who was?
Carlos Zambrano, former pitcher for the Cubs. He threw out the first pitch, and he missed it way wide to the right.
The big guy. Is he still big?
He's a big guy. Oh, he's still big. Yeah, he's still a big guy. I love Big Z. He was great. But I mean, what do you think about keeping Montez Sweat? Maybe that's a guy we get rid of, because honestly, what has he done this season?
That too, that's who we do. That's the Hendrickson thing. I mean, taking somebody out of our, Montez Sweat's a big name and stuff like that, and we have problems with the rush. If we take him out, we're going to have bigger problems because there's nobody there, even though he's not doing anything. Then I would definitely talk about Hendrickson then.
Yeah, Snoop says, hey, he better have a revenge game this week. And I'll tell you what, though, Snoop, not only
Who's
does
that?
he
Who's that?
sweat.
Oh, I thought he was
Sweat.
talking about Tyreek Stevenson.
Well, him too.
Yeah, I know.
But Stevenson, not so much, because he's been really, really good this season. But Sweat, not only does he need to have a revenge game against his former team this week, he needs to get on track and start producing.
Yep.
Like, look, I've been saying this. While the Bears are not getting sacks, they are creating pressures because, look, at 7 interceptions in 2 weeks isn't because we're giving them clean pockets to throw out of, right? They are forcing quarterbacks to move out of the pocket. They're forcing quarterbacks to make bad decisions. They are doing that. But it's not enough. Sweat needs to start putting quarterbacks on the ground.
Yeah, because then you got to think about games coming up. Jaden Daniels, mobile quarterback. Lamar Jackson, if he comes back, mobile quarterback. So these guys, linebackers, Edwards, Edmonds, Sewell, they're going to be a spy. So it's going to be tougher than we think, even though Baltimore's not doing too good.
And then, free agency for next year. I don't know what. Let me see if they've even got the 20. Oh, they do have the 26. So Trey Hendrickson's going to be the guy. Debo is a free agent at the end of the year. Interesting. Let me just do edge rushers. So for edge rushers at the end of the season, you've got Trey Hendrickson, Khalil Mack, Hassan Reddick, Joey Bosa. Well, let's talk the ages of these first four right now. Current age, 32, 35, 32, 31. Malcolm Kuntz from the Raiders. I like that guy. He's 28. Leonard Floyd, 34. Dermont Jones from the Titans, 29. Those are looking to be the top and the top couple. If they even, Kyle Van Noy from the Ravens is going to be out there. The list is pretty decent. Von Miller, of course.
Didn't Pratt from the Raiders get traded today?
Yesterday. Yeah, the Raiders. Wait. The Raiders? I don't think. Did they make a trade?
I thought they traded Pratt.
I'm not seeing it.
Jermaine Pratt. Let me see. Yeah. What's these fucking fake news, dude? Hold on.
I know there's so much. DJ Moore
Jermaine
wants
Pratt.
trade, blah, blah, blah.
2 days ago, it says Jermaine Pratt was released.
There you go. Yeah, because I know the only two trades I can think of.
Now he plays for the Colts.
Yeah, because the only two. Yeah, there you go. Colts assigned Jermaine Pratt. There it was. The Harbaughs did a trade with each other, and then the Flacco trade. Those are the only trades that have happened this week. Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. The only thing that scares me out of those guys you mentioned were age.
That's the problem. A lot of age.
They're not usually offensive linemen are only that age.
Let me try to look for some guy 27. Who will be 27 or less. Joseph Asai from the Bengals will be a free agent. He's 26.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Tyron Shinoika from the Browns is 27.
All right, Snoop. What podcast you run? All right, go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, no, I mean that and then it's that few and far between. Yeah, definitely, Snoop. Drop me a message on X. Definitely love to come on with you. And if you want to come on here, I think Woody and I would enjoy having you come on with us one Wednesday night
Mm-hmm.
for sure. So that the free agency doesn't look good. Now look at Booker. I think hopefully Booker continues to improve. I think I'm brain farting. What's the name that we signed?
Dio.
Dio. I think Dio has been playing pretty darn good.
It's called Here's the Thing every Tuesday at 6. I could jump on periodically, but I work till 8 on Tuesdays. But yeah, send us the info. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Yeah, that'd
Is
be
that
fun.
6 p.m. Central or Eastern time? Or Western? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Booker's going to come out with a vengeance this first game. I'm just saying. But I'm hoping that because he had another guy with a great preseason with sacks. I think he had 5 during preseason.
Something like that.
Okay.
Okay, he records any day of the week. Okay, and at 6 p.m. Eastern, the show we record. So he does it pre, and then he probably does editing and stuff like that. Unlike us, we just do live. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. But I'm hoping that he comes out and with a vengeance, but I think he's going to play it safe. Maybe the first game.
Dude, I mean, look, if he comes out good and Dio's been playing well, can we see a situation where Montez Sweat becomes the rotational guy?
I think Dio might be the rotational guy with Booker.
Yeah, have a good night, brother. We'll talk to you soon. I mean, we got to do something. I mean, we beefed up the middle, right? And look at like Dexter and Garrett. They've been getting some pressure on the quarterback. In fact, most of our sacks are coming from the middle.
Yep.
But we're not stopping the run for Jack. But I think some of that was the linebacking core. I think that improves if when Edwards gets back. Because that's one thing Sewell was not as good at, or Edmonds isn't good at. There's a disconnect there. And then getting Spidey back, I think he helps in the run defense too.
Yep.
Kyle Gordon does a lot to help the run defense that people don't realize. Like if you watch a lot of running plays the last couple of years, Kyle Gordon's the guy making the tackle.
Yep. It seems like those nickel corners. I mean, take for example, look at Brian Branch of Detroit. That motherfucker's in the backfield all the time. So
there's definitely something to that. So maybe that turns this defense around a little bit more, and they can finally Allen can open up the playbook because he has his guys. But I mean, I'm just wondering if we're going to get to a situation where Booker is a starter and Sweat's a rotational guy, and is Sweat making himself redundant because he's not getting sacked. He's getting some decent pressure, but for a guy making $25 million, I don't want decent. I can get decent out of Booker. I get Dio. I'm paying $8 million, and he's better than decent at pressure.
Hey, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, look at the league having big money on the bench. Look at Kirk Cousins. I know he's a quarterback, but these teams aren't messing around anymore. Even if you get paid, you have to earn your spot on this team, and if you fuck up, you're going to get pulled.
Well, I mean, teams have shown the willingness to take big cap hits, but like Montez Sweat, I mean, he's not that old. He's in the sub 30 crowd, so he's 29.
Yep.
This year, he'll be 30 next year. And here's the thing: we've got him under contract through 27. His cap number is $25 million every year. So the contract was pretty team friendly in that regard, right? It doesn't go up every year. He's $25 million. This year, he was $25 million last year. He's $25 million this year. He's $25 million the next 2 years. So great. His dead cap number, actually, if for 27, his dead cap is $4 million. And we can save 21 to cut him. Right. For next year, if I do post June 1st designation, his dead money is $14 million. We save 11. If it's pre-June 1st, it's 18 mil dead, and we save 6.9. So next year he's a little bit harder to cut, but that final year of his contract, I mean, I could see him if he's playing like he is now and like he did last year. After next season, if he's still here, he's gonna be cut because they're not gonna pay him 25 mil to not get great production out of him.
Well,
They're just not.
He's playing his former team on Monday, so hopefully that puts a fire in his ass.
So I know we'll talk about Monday more Sunday. I don't want to talk about Monday too much today because we have a whole hour on Sunday where we can dedicate it to, and then we should have Mike here too, and we can get their view, and they can tell us how we're both wrong.
Not happening. Not happening.
I know. But defensively, or I should say, which side of the ball do you think needed more work in the bye week coming into this week? Like, what was the problem? If you had to rate the problems that Ben had to address this week, let's say the top 3 problems, what would you say they were?
Rush D.
And then, what were they? And do you think he was able to address them? There we go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Rush D, yes, because all the guys coming back. The run offense, I can't say because they had the 2 rookies in there at the end of the game last week or during the game last week.
Yeah.
I say they worked on it, but it's not totally going to be fixed.
Okay.
Well, the third one. Oh man. Tight ends being more involved. I'd say they worked on it.
Dude, are you reading my mind? Because I was like, tight ends. I was about to say, I'll say it for you, tight ends. So yeah, dude. I mean, I agree with everything you just said. Pretty much. I think, Rush D, and I agree with you. I think just by bringing Spidey back, the Rush D gets better. With Gordon back in that nickel corner, it gets better. And then with Loveland coming off, the third issue being, I think they need to get both tight ends into the pass game more. Loveland and Kmet, like get them both. And I got it. We got 3 really good receivers, but we got 2 really good tight ends. And you want to talk about spreading the defense thin. And if they do that, then I think that's going to improve the run game.
Well, here's a question: I don't know. I didn't check, but TJ Edwards, has he been practicing?
They haven't said. I thought I saw something last week where he practiced, but there was nothing in what I just looked up from this week. And you know what? Let me see. As far as the offensive line is going, it could be the 2 rookies starting.
Fine with me.
You know what? I'm fine too. Look, he's not a rookie. He's really not a rookie. The Canadian Eagle. This is his first year starting. He was a rookie last year, and he spent the year on the IR. So let's just get that right.
Well, I think. What's the word on Darnell Wright?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard anything on Darnell Wright, who had an elbow injury. So we haven't heard anything. I know Shamar Turner is back also for the Bears, but he barely played last week. But yeah, I mean, and Jahadi Walker, we haven't seen much at all of Jahadi Walker this season yet, by the way.
Just special teams.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm good with the rookies or with the first year starters. Let me just say that so it's easier. Yeah, I don't think I have a problem starting those guys on the end. Let me see if I can do it this way. Maybe sometimes the depth chart will betray you. You know what I'm saying with the injury report? Like they haven't updated the injury report, but sometimes they'll update the depth chart. So let me check the depth chart. Right now, the depth chart has they still have Braxton and Wright starting. I'm cool with Theo Benedict and Ozzie Trapillo starting though. I really am.
Let's see here.
I am good with that.
Oh, they're saying Santos is on the injury report.
What's Santos on the injury report for?
We'll find out right now.
Was he playing soccer in the bye week and hurt himself?
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
Let me tell you. But yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, they were during the Raiders game. He was seeing coming out of the blue medical tent late because of a quad injury.
He could be okay by now.
He's in question right now.
We'll find out tomorrow because tomorrow will be the first injury report since the game. So we'll find out tomorrow because they didn't have to release one today because of the bye in their Monday Night Football. So they'll release it tomorrow afternoon. Well, I guess we'll all be looking at the injury report.
Well, we got Jake Moody.
Yeah, we got Moody on the practice squad. So if they have to bring him up for a game, no big deal. You know what's great though, Woody, is that we have enough depth at the offensive line, and we're both like, we'll bring in 2 first-year starters, and Darnell Wright's a guy that we totally love in Chicago. Braxton Jones, you either love him or you hate him. It seems to be. I tend to like Braxton more than hate him, but that we have that kind of depth that we can put those 2 guys who could start on most NFL franchises and make them our backups for next week. Because even if you hate Braxton Jones and you hate PFF, honestly, Braxton Jones could probably start for at least half the teams in the NFL. And the fact that we're like, yeah, we'll put in Theo Benedict over. And then we can do that. And same thing with we don't need Darnell Wright. Take another week. We got a guy.
Yeah, Darnell Wright did not practice today.
So we'll probably still see Trapillo then, which is fine because you know what's funny? That's his natural position, right tackle. When we were talking about making him the left tackle, that's not his natural position. So it actually worked out really good for the Bears that Theo Benedict really had a good camp in preseason. And he obviously learned a lot last year being around the team and recovering. So, but I think the offensive line, though, gets better in the run game, though, if they utilize the tight ends more. You know what I'm saying? Going back to that question that I posed. Like, think about it. With the Bears receiving core, if you got 5 targets out there and you got Swift in the backfield and you just keep you're pinging, you're hitting Kmet, you're hitting Colson, you hit Moore, you hit Adunze, you hit Zacchaeus, or you hit Luther, or take your pick at wide receiver. We got so many of them, right? That's one area where we're rich in abundance of. And they're doing all that. That's going to take pressure off the O-line when they do actually call a run play. And even more, let's say you run Swift out and he's a dump off throw. And now you're getting Swift into the passing game. I think that opens up the run game. And that'll help with the run game for the offensive line. I mean, I know, conventional wisdom is you run to open up the pass game, but look, you can also pass to open up the run game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the play action is working so good for Caleb with the run game not doing so good. That's a surprise for me.
But you know what that is? That's them respecting Caleb's ability to run, though, too. Because they can't sell out on it, because then if they give him an angle, he's already done it a couple times this year where he's taken it. I mean, you look at the DJ Moore touchdown a couple weeks ago, was at the Dallas game. That touchdown, he was so wide open because they had to have a spy on Caleb because he had some nice runs that game.
Yeah, he extended the play. Yep.
Yeah. Well, but he had some runs where he ran for first downs and that.
Yeah, I was in that end zone when Moore was open.
But I think the last week, though, they didn't have that many. They didn't have really any successful runs really for Caleb in that Raiders game. Not, by successful I mean 10+ yards. So yeah, that might make the play action a little bit harder against Washington. But you can use the passing game to get the other things running. You really can.
Yep.
I mean, it's not conventional wisdom, but other teams have done it. It can work. And I think we've got a good enough quarterback, a good enough offensive line on pass protection, and enough weapons to throw to. To me, that's a plausible tactic the Bears can run.
Yep.
So you can tell how you can tell them in the South about to pop open a sun drop.
Pop. Oh, I thought you said you have a pop.
Well, pop is a Chicago thing. With sun drop is a Southern thing.
And where'd you get that, Ken? Publix?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did get it at Publix. Where shopping is a pleasure.
Yeah.
Publix, you don't have to send me a check. Just send me some pub subs.
Hey, do they got a Wawa down by you yet?
We do have one in Pensacola. So it's funny because Wawa wanted to come this way. When I lived in Orlando, we had Wawa. We loved Wawa. We moved up here, we didn't, and we had this other whatever. Now Sefco has moved in. So Sefco, they're buying up all this land. They're trying to build up their gas station, so Wawa can't. Wawa does got. I think we have 2 Wawas in the Pensacola area now. But like by my old house, they put 2 Sefcos within a mile and a half of each other, just so Wawa couldn't open one up.
They're doing that here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, total of 6 Wawas within a 10-mile radius.
But you know what's ironic? I only have 2 things in my house that take gasoline now. My riding lawnmower. Well, 3 things. My riding lawnmower, my wife's motorcycle, which she doesn't ride at all, and my motorcycle. That's it. So I don't care about gas stations anymore.
Well, Wawa, they're saying, don't go to Wawa to get gas. Go to a regular Sunoco, Exxon.
Yeah, you go to Wawa for the food, and they have good food and stuff. Yeah. And that's what Sefco. They have their own kitchen and all that. They're like Wawa. So, but none of them are as good as another certain gas station mall. I think it's more of a mall than a gas station, and their beef jerky's off the chain, expensive but off the chain. And I've got one of those. I have to go towards Mobile, and I've got one about 30 minutes from me. So,
well, maybe we'll find out soon what's down there.
Yeah. If you'll love it if you guys come down south. I mean, Tennessee, you'll like Tennessee. I know a lot of people who like to move in Tennessee. If you're out there and you're going to be a retiree soon, like I am, you're especially military retiree like me, or just Tennessee, Texas, and Florida are the big 3 for people who are retired. Hey, brother, how you doing? Good to see you.
What's going on? Yeah, my friend down there, he runs a logistics
there's a lot of
down there.
companies in Nashville area.
Big Bears fan, big time. Yeah, so.
Yeah, if you make it that way, hey, you'll be a lot closer. Then we'll all come to your house when they go play the Titans.
I'll go to Titans, then I can go to NOLA, maybe.
Yeah, we can go party in the quarter for a day.
Yep. So.
Now, 6 more years when you retire, so you need to DM me. So I used to teach the TAP program. So
6 more years. That means he's an E4.
No, but hey, send me a message either on Facebook or on X, and you can see my X account, of course, here at Ken the Bear Fan. Send me a message, man. I used to teach the TAP program. I can help you out with your transition from the military. But military retirees, the best 3 states to live in are Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, in no particular order. All 3 have great benefits.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, get that high 3.
Yes,
that high 3 in. So, yeah, man, I think the Bears probably, it's gonna be a good game on Monday. I mean, look at we have the bye week advantage, so to speak. Now they are going to, and we'll talk about this Sunday, but I think we'll know for sure Sunday, or more likely know for sure Sunday, whether Scary Terry's back for them. Yeah, I know you need to make rank though to get your high 3 for the next rank is what I was saying, brother. So you gotta get promoted in the next 2 years. And get that high 3. But they could have Scary Terry back. That's gonna make it interesting. Are you gonna be on the morning show at all this week, brother?
Maybe. I might pop in if I'm not busy at around 11. E6.
Oh,
wow. On your way to a colonel.
Got to make that E7 list that pays a little bit better. Here's the funny thing, Woody, because we're almost out of time, but he retires in E6 and gets 100% from the VA. He'll make more money to wake up every day than he did to go to work. But we'll see you all tomorrow morning for Ken and Ken in the morning. Woody and I will be back here Sunday morning for another edition of Halas Hall Report. You'll see me in a half hour on JB's Roundtable. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Bear down.
Bear down.